So, Gail, Gracie Hartwell, you're in your apartment. You've got a meeting in a few hours with the producers of the movie No More Miracles that was supposed to be about you replacing Nick Northcutt as the star of the film.
Yep.
But right now,
I'm scrambling to get dressed.
And I should point out that since your quality of being a superstar stunt woman, if you were to, say, make trouble for yourself by avoiding this meeting, you would, of course, get a determination point added to your sheet for the day.
Okay.
That's up to you. I just wanted to throw that out there because we haven't really been...
I've got a few hours.
Yeah. It's a noon lunch, like an 11 lunch. But we haven't really been doing that. And I know you particularly are short on determination points.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to create some problems for yourself, that would be one way to do it. But you may not need those determination points today.
No, I probably will. But right now I'm still going to try and make it. But I'm going to get dressed and get on my bike. I don't know if Chris is back by the time I get done, but my aim is to get dressed and get on my bike and get over there as fast as possible.
He doesn't make it back in time.
Okay. I don't even text him, no.
That's the kind of relationship you had.
Yeah.
You get on your bike and you drive out, and the street is blocked off because of fire trucks. It's a pretty big fire. They're still working out. You can see news crews and you can see cameramen filming the blaze, getting some B-roll.
Is there any ambulances?
There are a couple of ambulances for nearby people in buildings who may have been affected by this, but fire is being pretty self-contained to just the building.
Well, I go up to one of the ambulances that doesn't look like they're incredibly busy at the moment, or one of the people, one of the EMTs, and I say, hi, excuse me, can you tell me if there was anybody in the building? Do you know if anybody was taken out of the building?
No, ma'am. No, we didn't find anybody in there. Thankfully, that place was abandoned as far as we know. It's going to be a little bit before we can discover if anybody was in there, but the fire department, they didn't find anybody. Not yet, anyways.
I know that there used to be somebody that would stay in the basement.
Oh. I don't know.
Are you able to let them know? I don't know if they're in there or not, but I know that they stayed there.
And this guy says, yeah. Let me go see what I can do. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get in there. Structurally, it's not safe anymore. But I hope this individual that you're talking about wasn't in there, because it doesn't look good. They didn't pull anybody out.
Okay.
And he rushes off to go to where the firefighters are, checking with them.
I'm going to go around a corner where I can't be seen and become invisible.
Okay.
I'm just trying to have free reign to go where I need to, and I'm looking for Lima.
There's a lot of black smoke. I think they've kind of got the fire quarantined to a quadrant of this building, and they're just dumping water on it.
Yeah.
So going inside is going to be...
I wasn't going to go inside, sorry, because I don't think I can. Yeah, it's not like I have super breath abilities or anything like that. I'm really looking for, is she around? Did she get out before it happened and is just laying low somewhere and not sure where to go?
Let me see if Lima got out alive.
Okay.
You are looking around. Did you roll an awareness for me?
Can I add my investigation?
That would be investigating, yes.
8.
Okay, I got an 8 also, so we've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, we...
I kind of like it. The middle ones are kind of nice. They kind of pull the tension out. But yeah, coincidentally, I also got an 8. You're looking around and you can see in an alley a dumpster that's been overturned. This seems out of place because it's not right next to the fire side of the building. It's on the opposite side of the building of where the fires originated. And the dumpster's overturned, and there's a broken window over the dumpster. You don't see Lima there, but you get the impression that something happened in this alley because it wasn't like that earlier.
Yeah. And
the glass is coming out.
Like somebody left. Am I able to see anything that would indicate, if something came out, if it went in a direction from there?
No.
All right, I start, stage whispering, Lima! Lima! And just kind of going up and down.
You go towards the end, because I guess the most intelligent thing to do is just keep going down the alley.
Yeah.
Right? You just came from that direction. So you keep going down the alley and you run into this homeless man. And you see this homeless man. He's just kind of
freaking out at the voice.
He's freaking out. Huh? Lima? What is this? Who's there?
I'm going to take, I always keep an extra cloak around, and anything I wear or carry is invisible. So I'm going to put it on as well as my mask, and I become visible.
Oh.
Sir, have you seen a woman come through here from that building?
I did, just before the blaze started.
What did she look like?
She was wearing some kind of suit, all black and...
with like a collar?
Yeah, she was running.
Where did she go?
Well, she got caught.
Caught? By who?
I couldn't see it exactly. It was...
a blur?
A blur, yeah.
Like a red and white blur?
Indeed, it was one of those.
Thank you, sir. And I, reach into my pocket and I give him $5.
Oh, $5. That used to buy a footlong at Subway years ago, but not anymore.
I give him another $5.
Oh, almost get a footlong. Guess I could just get the 6-inch with a bag of Sun Chips now. $10.
Are we advertising?
Only a cup of water, though. Just a cup of water.
Water's better for you. Have a good day. And I disappear.
Off to Subway. While this is happening, Zack Lapidus wakes up, and it is Wednesday. It's Tuesday. Time to go to school, Zack. Yeah, downstairs. Your house is quiet. Too quiet.
I walk around looking sheepishly for my mom.
So, your back door, you have a very small yard, which is a very generous way of putting the space behind your house. There's a concrete slab out your back door where there is 2 lawn chairs. And you can see your mom's hair, the back of her head, sitting out on that concrete slab behind your house.
I'm gonna just make some toast, get a couple glasses of OJ, and walk out there and hand her a plate and a cup and sit down next to her.
She sets the OJ down next to her favorite coffee mug, which is half full at the moment. Or half empty, if you're a pessimist. And she takes the toast, and she's not being mean. She's just not, she doesn't have anything to say right now. You sit down next to her. Your chairs are on either side of the door. So this door is separating the two of you. You sit down, and she lets this plate with the toast sit on her lap. And she stares out in the backyard, and you guys can see this chain link fence in the backyard of your neighbors behind you. The silence is a little uncomfortable.
I have something going on in my life now, Ma, and I can't really talk about it. But I need you to trust that I'm a good kid. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not drinking, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm trying to help someone that needs it. And I wish I could tell you the full story. And I think someday soon I will. But just know that I love you, and that I just hope you can trust that what I was doing last night was important to more than just me.
She nervously picks between her thumb and forefinger the nails. You can hear that little clicking sound of her nails as she clicks them together. And after a couple of breaths, she looks at you, almost pleadingly, exasperated, tired. I don't understand why you can't tell me right now. If you're in danger, if you're in trouble, if something's happening, I want to know. I want to know what's happening to my son.
I'm not in trouble, Ma. I I have a lot going on, and I want to be able to say the right thing to make you not worry, but I know that worrying about me is the same thing as caring about me, and I can't tell you right now. I wish I could.
Is it a girl?
All I need you to do is to just trust me, and I
Is it a guy?
I'm not ready to talk about it, Ma. I'm really not.
Just know that if it's a guy, I'm very much okay with that. You don't have to wait. Just let it be a guy. I'm fine. I'd rather it be a guy than
it's not a guy, knowing. Mom. It's not a guy. It's no. No. We're. I'm too old to have to deal with curfews and being grounded and all that. I'm sorry I can't live by the rules that you've set for me right now, but just know that I think when I'm able to tell you exactly what's happening here, you'll be proud of me, okay? And I promise I'll always text you back when I can. You know, I want to let you know I'm safe and that I'll be home and let you know when I'm home. I don't want you to be worrying about me, but just know that I'm taking care of myself and I love you and that when I tell you that it's all going to make sense. Okay?
Make a willpower roll.
It's a 10.
She looks at you and she says, you better get ready. You're going to be late for school.
I give her a kiss on the forehead, finish my juice, grab my bag, and head out.
When you get to school, is there anything you wanted to do while you're at school?
When I get to school, I was going to go to Jackson Jones's locker and see if he's here.
Jackson Jones is absent today.
I shoot him a text and just say, hey, I don't see you at school, but please, we need to talk. Send.
You send this message to Jackson Jones. You don't hear anything back. And unless you want to do anything else, we can skip through school.
I'll probably text Labyrinth earlier in the day, too, and just kind of let her know
that you're on to her.
I'm going to let her know I got some evidence at Mr. Bliss's last night. Let's meet up later today? ?
You receive this text, Labyrinth, after you finish investigating the crime scene of your lair. This is after you turned away from the homeless guy who's skipping off to
Subway.
Get a cold cut combo.
I take off my cape and my mask and I put it away. I text back, I have some evidence too, and Lima's been taken. Whatever you do, don't give that book to anyone. Not me, not your mother, not Pride, no one. I'll see you let me know when and where you want to meet, is what I say. Send.
Electric plant, 5 o'clock? ? I mean, that's our usual meetup spot, I guess.
Thumbs up emoji.
Gail.
Yes.
Are you going to go to this meeting?
I come visible, get on my bike, leave. I head back home. Because I'm guessing Claude would pick me up?
Yes.
Okay.
She's texting you. Are you ready? Look really good.
I think I look really good.
Hell yeah, you do. Maybe. I don't know. Roll a willpower.
11.
Just barely. I rolled really well. My roll is for like your hair not going the way you wanted. Like, it won't. It won't
Since it's naturally curly. Yeah. Like, how humid is it outside?
Yeah. I'm rolling for humidity to fuck up your hair. You go to this meeting. It is at a little bistro, little French bistro. There is a female executive there. She's got long blonde hair, not natural, and a diamond necklace, business suit with a gray slate, knee-length dress, solid pair of pumps. Oh, hey, how's it going? Gracie Hartwell, it's so good to see you.
Hey.
How are you holding up?
I'm great. I miss my jacket. I'll just have to wear this hot pink one today, but I really
You just look absolutely incredible today. Do you know that?
Thank you. Thanks. That's really nice.
Like,
you look great as well, obviously.
I don't think I can carry that windswept look.
You know, I know what you mean. You have to adopt the look. Like, you have to just embrace it completely. It's almost a lifestyle.
Sit down. And she has already ordered like 3 muffins. She's like, we're just going to snack a little bit while we talk about some things.
Okay.
And then her phone starts buzzing and she reaches down and she like looks at it for a second and you see her eyes flash horror, absolute terror, really fast. And then she starts furiously texting.
Is everything okay?
And now she's looking over her shoulder. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. Don't worry about it. So we were thinking in light of, and she's not even looking at you now. She's looking around the block. You guys are sitting at a little booth outside the bistro on the sidewalk. And she's looking around. You can hear cars buzzing by. There's a couple taxis, drop some people off. Every time a door opens, she's looking around.
I get out my phone real quick and I actually type on my text, but don't send or anything, "Are you okay?" And I place it down and scoot it across to her.
She looks down, like she's talking to you. She's saying like, listen, we're really pleased with your work and we think that an influence like you know, can really improve this movie. And there's been a lot of good buzz about you in the Google searches. And then you slide this text across and she looks up at you like a deer in headlights. And Claude, who's sitting there like just kind of watching this scenario unfold, she makes herself very small, like this is so fucking uncomfortable. And the studio executive, her name's Tracy, looks at you and slides your phone back and sheepishly says, "We're going to have a guest."
Okay.
And that's when Nick Northcutt walks up. Ladies.
Nick.
So great to see you. And people start to swarm around him. And he's like, sorry, listen, I will take pictures with everybody if you let me eat one of these muffins right now. Just hang on. Okay? All right. And he pulls a chair from another table and sets it at your table. What are we talking about?
So Tracy was just talking about how excited that she is that I'm still going to be doing the movie. And that's, yeah, I don't know. I figured that you all had an update on production of stuff and that everything was going to go well.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because that's not what my fucking agent told me.
What did your agent tell you?
My agent told me that you were going to replace me on the poster of the movie as the lead.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
What you're here for? Is that what you're here for? My fucking job? Is that what's happening right now? Tracy?
No, it's not.
Is that what's happening right now? No, it's not? Okay, what's happening then?
You're apologizing to me.
Why am I apologizing to you?
For staging an explosion that wrecked my bike and got me shot and wrecked my fucking trademark jacket.
Oh my God. I am sorry.
I'm sorry
your jacket got ruined. Okay? Listen. I don't know if you saw the press conference. I apologized as hard as I fucking could.
You apologized
on the camera.
To the world. I wanted you to apologize to me.
I apologized to the whole world.
And Nick.
All right?
I came here because I respect Tracy as a woman and a studio exec. But I wanted to tell her to her face that no, I can't do the movie. While I'm sure I would be great for the movie, actually something of this type under the controversy would be terrible for my career, terrible for my fans, and terrible for my channel. Tracy, I really respect and thank you for the opportunity, but I can't do it.
And you see something click in Nick, where now that's bothering him. This would be bad for your career.
Yes.
To work on this movie.
A stunt person. You are an action star.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am.
Yes.
Huge fucking star.
Oh, you think all of your fans are just going to say, oh yes, let's let Gracie Hartwell, some little loop girl from Solus Bay, replace Nick Northcutt. No, they're going to tear me to shreds because that's what they do to women who step into the shoes of a man.
Oh God. Here we go. All right. Look, I'm not even mad about it. You're not going to do the movie anymore? I don't care. I don't care.
No, I'm still doing the movie. I'm just not going to be the lead. I'm going to be the part I was before.
You're going to stay on the movie as the stunt person.
Yes. Thank you for the apology, by the way. By the way, I hope that you are growing from this. I hope that this is doing a lot for you.
Tracy, who has taken a back seat in this meeting, Tracy says, the studio doesn't want to move forward with Nick.
With Nick. I probably understand that as well.
And Nick is looking at Tracy, looking at you, and he's so confused now because you've turned down this opportunity of a lifetime, and he is also losing his job. And he stands up and he says, all right, we're going to have this conversation later because the movie has to go forward. There are so many people counting on me to provide them with jobs. Jobs you can't just get anywhere else. Okay? This is a huge project. We're going to move forward with me. I don't give a fuck what the studio says. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nick Northcutt is going to make this movie, and it's going to be the comeback film of the century. Nick Northcutt out. He walks off.
I am very sorry, Tracy, but I cannot accept. This is what would happen. You all would make a lot of money from a lot of really angry guys out there who wanted to see Nick Northcutt and want to see me fail and would show up just to write terrible reviews of me online, and it would end my career.
I understand. I hope we can change your mind.
Perhaps.
This is a mess.
And I hate that for you all. Worse things have happened, though, right?
Yeah. Way worse. And she gets up. Thank you. And she starts to walk off. You see, Nick Northcutt is 20 feet away from you, and he is signing autographs for fans. And a car pulls up behind him. It's got black tinted windows. The license plate says biology. The door opens up. He turns around. It's just far enough that you can't really see who's in it.
I get up and go.
And as people are like, Nick, you see him look a little frightened. And he says, I have to leave now. And you get up and you see Nick get into the car, and he's sitting next to an old man. He's got white, wispy hair. He's probably in his 60s. He's got a cane, sitting in the back seat, and Nick sits down. You're just in view. And as the door is closing, you see this old man turn and look at you right in the eyes. And he smiles, gives you a little wave.
I wave.
And the car drives off. Anything else you want to do before we go to this meeting with Zack Lapidus at the...
I text Chris, sorry that I missed him, and I check where he is. I don't want him in my house right now. Not because I hate him or anything like that. It's more like I'm kind of scared for my house.
Chris texts back, but I've already unpacked all my stuff here.
No. I'm like, I didn't say like, I want you out of my house. I'm just like, hey, where are you? He's at my house.
Unpacking all my stuff in your house.
Why does he keep doing this?
Aren't we back together? That's what he texts back. Aren't we back together?
Can you meet me with my python at your place at 8? ?
Do you want him to get your python, or are you saying me and my python are going to meet you?
No, get my python, sorry.
Is this like a test?
Is that what he texts back?
He's like, he's terribly afraid of snakes.
Oh, why did you move in? I'm like, you know that she has free reign of the house. Please tell me you didn't put her up.
Cut to Chris in the apartment receiving your text and then looking around. Oh, Jesus. And he's standing on the bed now.
Which is where she is.
As he's texting you, he goes, you still have the python?
Yes, of course.
I thought you got rid of it.
Why would I get rid of her?
Now he's calling you?
What?
I thought you got rid of the fucking python.
Why would I get rid of the fucking python?
Because I thought we got back together.
We are back together. I mean, I know you don't like snakes, but...
Babe, I can't be with the snake lady.
I am the snake lady. It's my logo.
I mean, it can stay your logo. It doesn't have to be in the house, right?
But she's super sweet.
Can we board it or something?
She doesn't... No. What?
Isn't there like a python border?
Oh, forever?
Listen, this is a lot right now, and I'm really going through a lot of stuff, and I've been working through it.
I am too. I just got threatened, and I'm worried about you, and madam in the house. And so that's what I'm worried about. So fine with the idea of you moving in. I'm worried about you there. And I'm even worried about going there tonight. So.
Is there somebody threatening you?
Yes.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Like a stalker?
Yes.
I know a guy. We can take care of this.
Cool. Maybe later. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta meet a friend. I'm worried about you both. Fine. Please be careful.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I'll talk to you later
tonight. That's fine. I didn't know the snake
good.
was still here. Bye.
Take the snake too.
Nope. And he hangs up. Not gonna do that. You and Zack Lapidus. That's where you're headed next, right? You're heading to
that is where I'm headed next.
Yeah. All right. It's the afternoon. You're gonna go meet. You guys pull up. Zack, what are you doing? Are you doing anything before she gets there? I imagine you're there first.
Yeah, I'm going to be there first, and I am going to essentially have a little puddle of polys that's kind of not attached to my body. That's kind of concealed.
Yeah.
Close to the direction I think she's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is there a gate? Is it fenced off and there's a gate? There's pretty much one way to get in?
What if I was a real asshole? It's just there's actually a bunch of construction here.
Yeah.
There's people working.
It's a busy day.
There's people trying to fix the mess.
Right.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They're on break. It's 5 o'clock. We all know.
It's a little busy over there. Let's meet in the alley.
Construction workers work 7 to 3. It's all fine.
All right. This abandoned.
No, they're done for the day. That's all.
Okay, fine. Yes. Labyrinth is driving down this road, this single lane road. You see her in the distance driving down towards you. She's coming close to where your polys would be.
So when she approaches, what I'm going to try and do is have the polys kind of slip up underneath her feet and kind of hold her feet to the ground. I imagine there's an awareness check versus a coordination check to try and attempt something like this.
So you're going to try and wait, she's moving forward on a bike.
Yeah,
motorcycle.
I'm waiting until she's off the bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were about to just absolutely straight up murder this person.
No.
I did too.
You just said, what am I trying to do? I'm telling you what I'm trying to do.
I see. Yes. I see.
Yes.
So she's driving down the road and she parks her bike, steps off, she starts walking towards you.
I give her an innocent little wave, you know.
Zack Lapidus, Labyrinth, hey. And Lazarus is standing there waving at Labyrinth. Gail, make an awareness check.
10.
Okay. You notice that he's a little smaller today.
Oh.
And that's when these polys wrap around your body. And we're going to do one more check. Coordination versus Lazarus's coordination. This is going to be tough.
Just straight up coordination off?
Yeah.
Can I use my athletics?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I use my athletics too?
No.
No? Okay.
No, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You're watching. You're just waving.
12.
7.
You, Spidey sense, you feel, you hear a weird kind of digital rain effect right by your feet. You backflip out of the way as this puddle of polys try to grasp around right where your ankles had been just a moment before. Lazarus, you see that she has flipped out of the way, and Labyrinth, you now see that you almost just got gooed. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jay, and I hope you're enjoying the show so far. You might be wondering to yourself, hey, how can you show your appreciation for the work that we're doing here at Out of Depth? Let me tell you, friend, one way you can help us out is to just recommend the show to friends, strangers. Our goal is to get our stories out to as many ears as we can, so word of mouth is huge for us. Recommending the show to your friends or leaving a review at whatever site you're listening to us at, that goes a long way to helping us find and build our audience. But Jay, you may say, I've got a little coin in my pocket. I'd like to throw it your way. How do I get it from my pocket to your pocket? Well, you can go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe at any tier you feel comfortable for as long as you would like to. Patrons get access to some other behind-the-scenes info on the show, such as character questionnaires and my maps. They They also get first access to our raw recording videos for each episode and exclusive access to our post-season Q&A, where we discuss the story and answer questions from subscribers. So if you want that kind of access to us, you're only going to get that at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. That money helps us pay for artists and collaborators and expand our ability to create fun stories for you to enjoy. We don't do ads or paid endorsements for games, which means support from listeners just like you is absolutely vital to our growth. If you want to be a part of that, you can do it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Thank you so much. Holy shit. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show and see who our heroes will save today. Labyrinth, you just got jumped by Polly's, who has the best coordination. It's Labyrinth. You get to act first. What do you want to do?
Go invisible.
Game over, man. Game over. All right, Lazarus, what do you want to do? She just turned invisible. Oh, Gail, you have a little movement. Do you want to go towards
Yeah, I'm
him?
definitely using my movement. So where he saw me, I'm actually gonna zigzag around a bit, just making some sound, but then very quietly go off to towards his left.
David, just so you know, you're not completely incapable of doing anything here. You can try. You can try to make an awareness check.
Yes.
Or you can come up with something even better than that.
Lazarus is going to take out his cell phone and take out his cell phone camera and
yes,
scan the
he holds
area.
up his cell phone camera, looks at the screen, and you see Labyrinth running towards your left. Right on the camera. That is the best moment of the game. Oh, I broke it. Oh, man. Yeah, you pulled it up. What do you want to do?
I am going to like a little midsection of my chest is just gonna like launch out, and like, you know, the top half of and my bottom half just like, you know, meet in the middle as I'm trying to bind her with a section of my midsection.
This will be your second chunk of Lazarus trying to bind somebody. Just so you're aware, let's do a coordination off as he launches Labyrinth. You see the cell phone come up, and then this midsection just flies out from him and is heading straight for you. I like this. I don't have to roll anything.
14.
Fuck. 11.
Yeah. You shoot this. How do you dodge this as it's coming at you?
I think part of it is like I am just really fast, and he's kind of having to deter. And because I have already been kind of zigzagging as I go, there's part of it where he's having to really aim well, and the other is me seeing this come up.
Yeah.
And I have enough to just get out of the way, kind of a thing. Yeah.
He just had enough time to like see you and then shoot it. Almost. It was almost like a reflex.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna say as I fire it, if like, you really thought I wouldn't figure out, huh? You just think I'm that naive?
Yes. You really thought you could fool me. I'm unfoolable.
I got an awareness of 1, okay? I figure it out eventually.
Like all teenage boys. All right.
I could eventually find where the boobies are. I don't know.
Where the boobies are.
That's what teenage boys are using their awareness for, right?
Yeah, they don't know where they are.
That's all they know.
First.
I just know that the boobies are right here. I don't know where anything else is. I don't know where my backpack is, where my lunch is.
No.
Well, what else is there? What else is there? I'm still a teenage boy, apparently. I'm still a child, I guess. Gail, he just shot this. Lazarus, you still have movement if you want to move. Sorry, I keep forgetting everybody has movement.
I might, after I miss, I might backflip and kind of get to a bit of high ground.
Like on a fence.
Yeah.
Like on the fence behind you. There's a gate.
Yeah.
And it has those columns, those concrete columns, brick columns that lead up that create this gate. You backflip, you boing, spring up onto top of this. You're now about 10 feet off the ground. Labyrinth, what do you want to do?
I would like...
He just said this.
Yeah, I really think I'm not naive.
It's a rough day for you.
It's a rough day. I hate today. Tuesdays, man. F Tuesdays. I am going to... You still have your camera out. Your phone camera.
Yeah, that's probably not going away.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming. I was just checking that he didn't put it away to jump or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to Fey Blast it out of his hands.
You're doing a called shot. So, David, add 2 to your dice roll.
I add 2 to... What am I rolling? Coordination?
Coordination to get out of the way, I think.
And I would get my athletics on this one then?
Yes, you would get your athletics, and then you would also get a +2 because she's trying to call a specific type of shot.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Oh, that was a terrible roll.
Uh-oh, here we go.
9.
12.
12.
I rolled a 1. Oh, okay.
So that is a 9 to 12. That's 3, right? So this is a moderate. No, this is a major success.
Failure.
No, major failure.
Yeah.
So Lazarus, what do you think happens when she? What does a major failure look like when she tries to shoot you? Oh, I know what happens. She tries to shoot you, and you're able to kind of spring out of the way, and her Fey Blast hits the top of this concrete, and it's going to fall onto her.
I would have thought that would have been like a massive failure at that point. Okay.
Well, as a major failure, I'm going to let you roll coordination to jump out of the way of this concrete that's falling at you. You got to beat an 8.
I definitely did.
Okay. Yeah, you duck out of the way.
13.
What would you like to do, Lazarus, as you spring up?
Wait, I move.
Oh, you move. Sorry.
Really, I am quickly zigzagging around so that he can't predict my movements.
Okay.
And that's kind of the reason for the flow and all of the cloth, too, is like exactly where I am. It's uncertain.
So, Lazarus, you just sprung up in the air to avoid this shot. It hits the cap off of this concrete pillar. You're up in the air. What do you want to do as you're coming back down?
I'm going to say I didn't want this to go this way, but I'm going to use some determination to harden my fists. And I am going to find her on the cell phone and come up and give her a punch.
So as you're coming down, you see her on your cell phone. You harden your other fist, and we're going to do, this is prowess. Let's see.
11.
I just rolled a 6 plus a 7 plus 2.
Wait,
for coordination.
She's ducking out of the way.
I see.
Oh man. So so what is the total, Gail? Just give me the number.
15.
15. What did you say you had, Dave?
11.
Ooh.
So we're saying you can always use athletic to dodge, but not to attack.
Yes.
Is that the rules?
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
Man.
So
right,
he comes down with this hardened fist. You duck out of the way. His fist explodes the concrete around your feet as you hit the ground, just dodging out of the way. This is pretty intense. You guys haven't done any damage to each other.
Yeah.
But like it's a fight though. It's a superhero fight, which is exciting. I think it's going to be very different when somebody finally catches one. Who's it going to be? Labyrinth, what do you do? He was going for it.
Yeah, he was going for it. Between him obviously maybe about to start some damage and me doing some damage, I am going to start moving. I'm backing up since I see that he is going melee, I guess you could say, close range.
You know he's tough.
I am going to start slowly backing up away from my bike and the electrical field. And I'm just going to take the defend action.
And the defend action gives you what?
+2 to all tests until the start of my next turn.
David, she looks like she gets into a stance, some type of martial arts stance. She's prepared.
It's a lot more like a drunken master, actually, like really flowy and just kind of
serpentine kind of movement. I wish everybody who is listening to the podcast could see Gail just looking like she's in the ocean right now. Just bobbing about. We're at a standoff.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say, who exactly is it you're working with? Is it Mr. Bliss? Is it biogenesis? What part are you playing in this?
Gail, feel free to respond.
I'm not working with anyone except you. I'm not working with Mr. Bliss. I'm not working with biogenesis.
Oh, you're a veteran hero and you just think... I'm just supposed to believe you're going to work with polycluts, huh? You were just going to work with this newbie, naive one. You were using me. You were using me this whole time.
Lazarus, I'm Labyrinth. I'm veteran, but I'm hated. Don't you understand? Polymorph had to team up with me once, and he did it probably not wanting to. My name is sullied everywhere I go.
You may not be known for your strength, but you're known for being one of the best. And I'm just so hurt that you're a part of this. I can't believe it. And I want to prevent her escape, so I'm going to stretch out and grab her bike, and I'm going to throw it at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be
This is why
strength.
I was walking away from my bike, too.
What's
I
your
wanted
strength,
to leave my
David?
bike alone.
Oh, were you walking away from your bike?
That's why, yeah, I was walking, like, just
But
backing up.
you're still
But-
invisible, though, right?
I am still invisible, yeah, because it gives me +2. Because the idea is, even if you know where I am, if I'm invisible, it's still +2 difficulty.
What's your strength, David?
Because I have hardened, it's I guess it's 7 now. Yeah.
No, that's right. So was it originally 5?
Yeah, it was originally 5.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pick up the motorcycle, so you can do a coordination to try and hit her with it.
Oh, it's not going to be very accurate, though.
I also did not roll well.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, you've got a lot of bonus to this.
I do.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, it's a 10.
This bike is hurtling towards you, Gail. How do you want to deal with this bike that's flying at you? Obviously, you can't catch it.
Can't catch it, and I want to. Actually, something I want to do is I want to jump up to kind of jump at it. So as it's coming through the air, I jump to meet it to kind of stop it from still going too fast. Stop its velocity so it doesn't do as much damage.
You're just going to jump into the bike? Is that what you're doing?
Jump on top of the bike, using it to propel up, but also slowing its velocity.
A little Spider-Man action, huh? You jump up, toe touch off the bike to kind of push it down. And then what are you doing once you do that? Because you got a huge success out of this. What do you want to do?
I really want to cry and check my bike, but I'm not going to. I'm really afraid for my bike.
You also realize something is wrong.
Yes, I do.
With the way he's talking. This is messed up.
So I'm going to defend again. And I say, I know people think I've done some shady stuff. Who told you? What did I do?
You know, I just can't shake it that what if everything that everyone says about you is right? Why do people doubt you? And how do I know you didn't kill Larry? How do I know that none of this is true? And there's just something in my bones that tells me that you're part of this. I know it.
I'm not, but I understand. It comes with me being invisible. People don't like trusting what they can't see.
Well, then show yourself.
And you'll kill me?
Yeah, Dave, what's the end game here?
If you'll let me restrain you, we can just talk about this. But if not, I have to do this.
I will show myself, but I have to tell you, you're not allowed to see my face. More lives are at stake than mine if you see my face.
Okay. Will you let me restrain you? I won't attack you anymore if you let me bind you.
I become visible, and I put my hands to behind my back and stand there.
I cautiously walk up and wrap some polys around her wrists and ankles, if she will allow me.
I do. I also kind of test them. I'm just quite curious because this hasn't happened before. So I'm like, what is
They're
this
obnoxiously tough.
Yeah.
As somebody who has been caught in them several times now over the course of this series.
Yeah. I'll kind of collect the parts of myself that have been sprayed about and approach her.
David, I need you to make a willpower roll.
It's a 6.
You hear a voice in your head that tells you that she needs to be destroyed.
Does it sound like my voice? Am I feeling manipulated at all? Or is this just like, this feels like I am coming up with this organically?
Sounds like your mother.
But I feel like my mother wouldn't say that. Like if it sounds like my mother, but you're telling me I believe this to be true, or is there any room for me to try and suss out what this voice is?
You can try. How would you try? If you could describe to me how you would try and figure this out. Labyrinth, you can see him struggling right now. He is like...
I was about to ask, do I see something?
Yeah, you see him struggling with something. Like he's trying to he looks confused and angry. He's like shaking his head.
Zack, are you okay?
I'm trying to figure out, because if it's in the voice of my mother, like Zack can't even picture his mom saying like she needs to be destroyed. Like that's not.
Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. No, I like it. Yeah, no, I'm character wise, I'm totally fine with that. Keep in mind, you also have determination points. Yeah.
All right. So Zack is a little baffled at this extreme reaction because he's that's not the type of hero he is. And he doesn't know why he's thinking so violently towards her.
Yeah.
So he is going to use a determination point and going to do something that he did against the Thinker, as you may recall. And he's going to take control of an individual poly in his body. And he's going to, like, basically go inside of his head and try and see if there's anything inside his head that seems off, if he's somehow being manipulated.
This is so fucking crazy. I love it. But this is present. And if you want to learn a little bit more about Lazarus versus the Thinker and also Croctopus, then you can go to our Patreon where subscribers get to read David's character questionnaire where he describes a fight that he had with Croctopus and the Thinkling.
Thinkling, excuse me.
Was the name. The Thinkling, yes.
Yeah, Thinker is a DC villain. Thinkling. Totally different.
Yes. Dave, give me an intelligence roll.
You know my mental stats aren't great.
No, they're not.
God damn it.
I do know.
Gosh,
I do know, which is why I picked you.
It's a 5.
Oh, Dave.
God.
I rolled so low, I got a 6.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that was your chance, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Yeah, this Polly is looking around, and all you can tell is that your brain looks swollen. Like, it looks inflamed.
All right. I am going to... I imagine I was messing Sarsaparilla earlier in the day and kind of keying him in as to what I was feeling here. But I'm going to message him and say, I have Labyrinth, and I have a sample from Mr. Bliss. Come meet me at the electrical plant. And I'll continue talking to her.
You're subverting it by saying, like, I'll turn her over to Sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
I'll allow that.
Yeah, I don't think Zack, I mean, unless you're telling me there's this just urge I can't control, Zack isn't going to, like, strike down someone that's, like, literally surrendered to him.
Sure.
So he thinks that, you know, she probably belongs to the box. He still thinks she's guilty, but...
This is how, like, I just said she needs to be destroyed.
Right. So he's calling on Pride to arrest this villain, as he now believes her to be.
Labyrinth, you got anything to say? He looks confused.
Lazarus, is something wrong? You seem like you're struggling.
No, something's been wrong. People don't team up with me. People don't want to work with me. People make fun of me, okay?
You're right, and I don't usually team up with people because my powers work better alone, but I wouldn't be able to take on the villains we've faced by myself. That's, again, just not my specialty. I wanted you to know I've found somebody who knows Mr. Bliss. I was going to meet you tonight and give you that information so that you could question them, or we could question them, and find out more about what they've been up to with those crates of samples.
Oh, so you just wanted me to fall into whatever trap that you set for me?
No, I thought I was going to go if you didn't want to go.
Who is it that you know that knows Mr. Bliss?
It was the driver of the truck. His name's Cheesy. Well, I mean, his real name's Phineas. I have his address. But I understand if you don't want to go. But I know that you are afraid that Mr. Bliss was responsible for Polymorph's death. So I didn't want to leave you out of it.
Well, I don't know how you figure into all this. You might be working for the same organization that took him down as well. I'll look into it because I'm desperate for leads, but I don't trust you. How can I? I mean...
I understand.
The one thing that's throwing off is I don't know why you'd surrender to me after I figured you out.
All I needed to do is make sure that you wouldn't endanger my loved ones, and I'm fine.
Endanger loved ones? I'm not the villain here. You are.
No, but I guess I am the villain to some people.
Gail, I want you to make a willpower roll.
Yeah, that's a 7.
I rolled low also. I rolled a 7. So it's a little half and half.
Oh, that's a good point. Am I on the attack by trying to, like, befriend him?
The way I'm ruling it is this. You are saying something that is getting through to him, right? You're doing like a kind of empathetic judo as he is trying to come up with a reason to absolutely hate you. And it's kind of succeeding. I was going to give David a bonus depending on your success. And you succeeded marginally, which means he's going to get a +1.
Okay.
So I'm doing a willpower roll now?
This is a willpower roll.
Willpower, okay.
And David, this is the last one.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
So add a 1 to this. And if you can come up with anything else to do with this one, like any other bonuses you can put on it, I would do so.
I don't think there's any specialities that...
Okay.
But I rolled a 4, so with your 1 bonus, that would be a 9.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
This is a moderate success. She's saying something that speaks to your heart.
Yeah.
And that one poly that is in your brain scanning your cerebral cortex starts to heal because you have healing abilities. Starts to heal your brain.
And what effect does that have?
For the time being, you believe her.
Just like for a fleeting moment, or does it feel like a wave of like...
Like it's gone.
When it's gone, does it feel like... Now that there's this thing that's missing, do I have like awareness of this manipulation in any way?
You feel guilt?
Yeah, I feel guilt.
Like, I don't know why I did that to you. Like, you're almost ashamed that you just did this. She's been nothing but kind to you.
Yeah. I think the bindings on her like kind of start to loosen, but then I like focus and I like tighten them again, and then like they loosen again as I'm just like trying to like grapple with what's happening to me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Wow. I feel like something was wrong with my brain. I might have been manipulated in some way. I don't know what that was.
That makes sense. Like what happened to Nick, or what he said. He said he kept having dreams that made him feel like he had to get the book, and dreams that he had to do what he did at the football game.
And when she says that, it starts to click again.
Someone was controlling me. Someone was manipulating my brain? It felt so weird because I felt like I had control of my actions the entire time, but I had this nightmare about you last night, and I just woke up knowing that you were against me. And I just kind of like collapsed to the ground. I like sit down like Indian style on the ground and just kind of like I'm holding my head, and like the bindings just fully drop off of Labyrinth's body.
As they drop off, you see this flying jet car that hovers down to the ground.
It is not the Quinn jet.
It's a size of like a car.
Okay.
There is a Marvel comic kind of weird jet car that I'm thinking of in my head.
I know. I was going to say, like, there's something.
But it's old. It's an old one. And it lowers down. You can see Sassafras is driving. She like waves. Hey guys, what's up? Hey y'all. And Sarsaparilla, the doors lift. It's like a DeLorean. It's like those DeLorean doors. And they lift up. And Sarsaparilla walks out. He's like, kid, you okay? What's going on here? I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. We're supposed to come here and arrest you. And he points at Labyrinth.
He's been manipulated by Baron Nightcloak. He had dreams that convinced him that I was a villain, that I was behind all of this.
Baron Nightcloak? You know what type of powers he has? This is something he can do?
Nick Northcutt said that that's what was happening, and he said that that was the person truly behind biogenesis. Yeah, higher up in the hierarchy than Clayton Collins. He's only known as Baron Nightcloak.
I've never even met him, or at least I don't think I have. I just don't know how that would be possible. How am I not in control of my own self?
Jay.
Yeah.
Do I know what Clayton Collins looks like? Like,
You
is he
Google it.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I don't necessarily.
You can
Okay.
look it up
I'm gonna. What does he look
pull out
like?
your phone, look it up, and it looks like the old man that you saw in the biology car.
Boom.
Oh, it does.
There it is. You hold up the phone. You ever met this guy? And Lazarus, Zack Lapidus, remembers you ran into this guy at a museum in episode 2.
I've met that guy. I've met that guy. He was at the museum looking over the book, and he looked me in the eyes, and it's like he transported me into like a different realm or something. It was really bizarre.
You mentioned a weird old guy that made you feel strange.
That's right. You recall that he brought up a weird old guy whenever you all met Lima, and she said somebody had taken the book or was going to steal the book.
Maybe that's when he got inside of me somehow, and it's been like this virus spreading inside my brain, or maybe he doesn't have any type of restrictions on the distance of when he can affect, but I wasn't in control of my own thoughts.
He doesn't know that you have the book. He thinks I do.
Why does he think you have the book?
Because that's why he sent you to destroy me. If he thought you had the book, he would have you just hand it over.
I'm going to kind of focus the healing on my brain to just, because now he's paranoid that there's other ways he might still be controlled. Yeah. When he tries to focus on healing, can he feel that his brain is fully healthy again?
You're good. You're good to go.
I'm now wondering if I can even be invisible to him. If he's got these polys just constantly clearing his brain of manipulation.
I'm sure that's something he can do with some determination.
A little determination, maybe.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say that to him.
No, I don't say it out loud. I say that to you.
So you think he was trying to get me to attack you to get the book?
He burned my lair. It's where I kept Nick Northcutt, so he probably got the information from Nick, and it's where Lima was staying. And I know for a fact that the woman who killed Larry took Lima.
Well, he might be the shadow figure that's controlling this whole operation then. How do we find him?
Go to church.
Go to church.
All right. Who's going to do what?
I am going to give the sample I have to Sarsaparilla.
I give my samples as well.
Thank you all. We'll make sure to have our scientists run through this.
Yeah, whatever toxin or thing this is, I know Jackson Jones took something similar to this. This might be what turned him into what he was.
Jackson Jones. And you realize Sarsaparilla doesn't know what you just did the night before. And I'm sure you all fill him in on that.
Yeah.
And he says, we'll make sure to send somebody over to his house to see how he's doing. We'll see if we're going to have to bring this kid in.
Be really careful. He almost had some sort of armor on him, this kind of natural carapace that protected him.
I see.
And he's a kid, Sarsaparilla.
He's a good person. He's actually the one that was claimed to be me. So I think at his core, he wants to be a hero, but it's been warped.
Maybe he could just use the right mentorship.
We'll look into
or
it.
If there's any way that this could be researched so that there's an antidote developed or something, because if this is something that can turn people into villains, then, this could be an epidemic that starts affecting the entire city.
It's getting pretty heavy. Got a lot to think about. I'm going to make sure we get this back to our lab. We got a little mobile science lab here in the city. We'll have the best and brightest on it.
Okay. Lazarus, here's the address for Cheesy.
I think we got bigger people than Cheesy to worry about now. Should we go to this church?
Yep, but I may be going undercover.
I like it.
I change my face to look like hers and say, I can go undercover too.
Oh, that's crazy. That's real crazy. So is whatever this was, is this under control?
What is it with cops?
I'm not a cop. I'm a bride officer. We make sure things are under control so that we can leave and go do something else.
I think we're under control here. Thank you. We would appreciate any follow-up information you have on those samples.
I thought you would have liked procedural bullshit. Would you like would you like to go and fill out this report?
But no, it's more than it's just like, are we done here?
Let's take care of the paperwork.
Time to go fill out some forms.
I gotta go fill out some reports. I gotta go call in some favors. No. Okay. Yes, we're good. We'll take care of it from here and be in touch.
He says, can I talk to you for a second? And he points at Lazarus.
And I back off and go check on my bike.
Labyrinth is like, you guys start to talk and you hear this wail from behind. Poor Labyrinth spikes. Agent Sarsaparilla says, how's your mom?
She's furious at me. And why do you care, Sarsaparilla?
I care because you're just a kid. And I know that this can be a lot of pressure on a mother. And if she needs to relieve that pressure at any time, she may need somebody who's been through it, who knows about the stress of being a hero and not being able to relieve that pressure.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so do you have a child that is also a superhero that she could really relate and go through what you've learned through this difficult process?
I have 7 children, 6 different wives.
And they're superheroes?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
He can coach her through the not knowing.
I'm getting the feeling you're trying to get another child with my mom? Sarsaparilla, is this really your game?
I got a vasectomy years ago.
Oh my gosh.
It's not any of your business.
This is so everywhere. Do I hear this at this point?
No, you were busy, okay. Gail. You're busy.
My mom is doing just fine. She doesn't need any pressure relieved, but thank you for your concern.
That's all I wanted to hear. I'm
Great.
glad to hear it. I'm very happy for your mother. I'm glad to hear that things are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go.
Please do.
If she needs anything at all.
I'll take care of it. If she needs anything at all, I will take care of it.
All right. And Sassafras says, please stop hitting on that boy's mother from afar. And drags him into the jet car.
I turn around, clearly exasperated.
Sasparilla's hitting on your mom?
Everyone knows my laundry right now. This is crazy. Yeah. That might be happening.
He does it to everybody. I mean, if he knew my mom, he would hit on her as well.
Oh my gosh.
That's when your phone buzzes. Zack Lapidus.
I check it, ready to respond to my mom.
You see a message from Jackson Jones.
What does it say?
It says, I can get you Mr. Bliss.